Do green for Baby Yoda. Oh, what is he? Oh,
All right, calm down. All right. We got. All right. All right. This is the start of the show. Okay. All right. We got a motherfucker has a name now. Motherfucker has a name.
I'm
No
still
longer Baby
Frank.
Yoda.
He's always gonna
Motherfucker
be
has a
me.
name. Finally.
that one.
All right, folks. Welcome back to the SF Comic Book Company, and this is our Mandalorian after show for episode. What is this? Episode 5, Chapter 13. The Jedi.
Yeah.
The Jedi. This is man. We got a lot to talk about. This one. This is one of the
yeah.
coldest episodes ever. So first we got our returning champion, Mr. Nip. How you doing?
Yep. I'm in the house. I'm awake after some Thanksgiving festivities.
How was
bit
that,
of
man?
drinks.
How was your Thanksgiving?
It was live, man. It was good. Had some good food. Had a couple drinks, and then capped it off with some Mando late night, and
All right.
that lived up to all my expectations. It was live, man. Off the hook.
Best Thanksgiving present ever. And speaking
It's
of
getting hard to rank these damn episodes, man. It's getting hard to-
yeah, we need to go like above the 5-point fucking tier, man, or 10-point tier, man. We gotta go beyond 10. We'll discuss our rankings later. But coming on for the first time, Mr. Womack. You've seen him on the SF Company Hour if you watch the show. I've probably watched more Star Wars with Womack than any person alive. So finally got him on the show. We'll see how long we last. He lasts on here, but welcome, Womack. How you doing?
Was good. And I just want to say, if any of you motherfuckers could watch episodes 1 through fucking 6, all almost damn near in one shot, then you might be on our level. That's all I got to say about that shit.
I watched all 9 in one sitting. So hey, man.
Oh, did you? When'd you do that? When'd you do that?
During the summer. During the summer, it was a great day.
Well,
It was a day long.
watch 8. I'm skipping episode 7 all day. So
Episode 8. You mean?
Eight.
I mean, excuse me. Yes, 8.
Yeah, don't use those blasphemous terms here. All right, so so this is the Mandalorian after show, and just to be fully clear, full spoilers.
Spoilers on deck.
Full spoilers. We got a lot to talk about in this episode. Right off the bat, we have an opening scene. There was speculation maybe she shows up in the one at the end. It might be like one scene with her. Nope. Right off the bat, we get Ahsoka Tano.
No speculation.
Yeah, no.
Kicked in the fucking door on us.
For real.
The opening scene, she's just taking out these gunners. She's whooping on classic Ahsoka. Looks like a scene from Rebels. She's hopping around.
Too.
Yeah, she's taking everyone out. She's taking everyone out. So, Womack, since you're a guest, what'd you think of this cold open? Ahsoka Tano showing up.
I would like to say that I automatically creamed my pants when I see Ahsoka. For sure. I'm not afraid to say it. I'm man enough to say I creamed my pants when I seen Ahsoka.
Already.
Oh, you know what you're going to
get? Sure you want this fucking creep on this episode?
Oh, yeah. You already know.
And we just lost the viewers. We just...
that was it. We lost it. We'll get them back. Don't worry about it. But yeah, it came straight out the gate, straight out the fucking gate we got, and it's always cool because our only like the thing we only seen about Ahsoka is like in the cartoons and shit like that. There was never a previous live action.
Which are canon.
Canon. They're canon, and it's always cool to me like when you see stuff like that start off like cartoons or comic books and you see like actual live, you know what I mean, a live action iteration of them, like that's always cool to me. And I think they actually did a pretty good job. There's a little bit of a foamy headpiece, but I mean, other than that, like I thought they did a pretty good job with like her makeup, and pretty much we got Ahsoka. There she is. Hey, my girl.
Yeah, her little things on top were kind of weird looking, but I mean, overall she was good.
They look kind of like practical effects, so I appreciate that. I'm glad they didn't go CG.
The lightsabers were dope.
The white ones too.
She came out kicking ass. She was chopping fools in half. So that was kind of ill. She was just. She wasn't messing around like deflecting shit. She was straight out chopping them fools.
Like she was killing, straight killing. That goes against the Jedi code.
Yeah, well, she's not a Jedi.
Yeah, exactly.
So you see that from you see that out the gate. She's not a Jedi.
So she gets to the gate of this town. Like you said, we see the great Michael Biehn show up.
Yeah, we did.
Cool to see him acting. I heard he was like sick for a few years, but it looks like he's back at it. And we get it's good to see him on film.
Yeah.
If you're a big Aliens fan, or so many damn movies.
Terminator, do you get Terminator? Or you
everything.
get Terminator?
You meet him. It's cool to see him. I'm glad how they're grabbing like these 80s actors, these 1980s actors and shit, and like giving them these like roles and like making them badass. So she gets to this town. It looks like it's a mess. It looks like almost like a Walking Dead scene. She gets to this town, and I guess to the magistrate, the bootleg. I like to call her bootleg Kristen Wiig. She's in charge of this town. Ahsoka Tano wants some info. And she has some, and she's gonna give her a day before Ahsoka comes back and wreaks havoc. So that's the cold open. Then we get the title card, the Jedi, man, the Jedi. Yeah, awesome opening.
Way better than the Last Jedi. They just came out with it. They should just named Episode 8 that shit, like the Jedi.
So we get Mando. He's coming to the. This is where Bo-Katan sent him to show up on this planet to find a Jedi, which we now know is we got mentioned last week as Ahsoka Tano. So we had a little moment with Mando and the baby on the still playing with that ball. Womack is experiencing that right now.
I got the baby with me right here.
So we get this one's directed and written by Dave Filoni. So Dave Filoni, of course, created Ahsoka Tano. So this is his baby. So of course, he's the one that's going to be the one to direct and write her live action debut. This is a big thing in Star Wars, man. Ahsoka Tano showing up. This is huge. Well,
not only just showing up, but the way they're going to throughout the episode, the way you see it's going to progress, like big steps in another direction, curveball kind of thing.
Yeah, for sure.
We had talked about that. We had talked about that last episode. If they were going to go, I think it was last episode. If they were going to go in this direction with Thrawn coming in. Let's just get it out there now with Thrawn coming in.
Yeah, that was another curveball too. Like you thought it was Moff
we had
Gideon.
talked about it. We talked about was it last episode?
If we're going to mention, I didn't think they were going to like they made it seem that it was going to be Moff Gideon.
Oh,
yeah, like when she was asking, like, I need information. I want to know where your master is.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
No, once she had this, once the magistrate had the spear, I already knew, because you seen Thrawn in the I think it was Rebels. Wasn't he messing with those spears, something like that?
He might have been part of his collection, yeah. So it seemed that her setup, like her samurai back garden setup, is very Thrawn like. So you can definitely see she's like.
And some of her tones too, like the way she was talking. I kind of caught on to that pretty quick.
We'll talk about that more towards the end. We'll do some speculation about that.
All right. Yeah.
All right. Let's see. All right. So we got Mando. He shows up, and of course. All right. Well, Mac, I'm gonna mute your mic, and when you're ready to talk, I'm muted. All right. You can do much better.
Leave it muted. Fuck.
It's very strange. She sounds very sweet and cute, but it's very distracting. All right. So we get Mando showing up in the town. He's of course somebody needs something from him. She offers a Beskar steel spear to him. Say, hey, you go kill this Jedi. Of course, Jedi and Mandalorians are infamously enemies for a long time. So we get Mando going out there, and we kind of figure like he's not going to hunt her. He wants to find her. This is the whole reason he wants to find her. So he kind of, he's already pulling the double cross. So he's going to go find her. He finds her in the woods. It's a very cool shot. You even see I noticed this, and it got confirmed in one of the things I watched. There's the bird from Rebels. Her little spirit animals following her around and stuff. So I noticed that
they had the music from Rebels as well.
Yes, very cool.
Twilight of the Apprentice episode.
Yeah, very cool. So he finds her. So before we get into their little actions, what do you think, Womack? What do you think of this setup and him?
Could I just jump in real quick?
No,
I just want to say one thing. So, this is different because we see Beskar still is immune to lightsabers.
Yeah, that's why it's that's why it's so valuable.
Yep.
Yeah, they mentioned that.
I didn't
they talked about that in Clone Wars.
Yeah,
that's why it's like. That's why they like it was like the whole history of the Mandalorians. They beefing with Jedi's from a long time ago, and so the Beskar steel is like one of the metals that can like deflect lightsaber. That's why it can like deflect blasts, laser blasts and shit too.
Well, I knew it could deflect laser blast. I just didn't know it was like it could be like not penetrated by a lightsaber.
Yeah.
Because we never seen anything like that before in any of the
we
canon.
know now.
We
Oh yeah,
know.
no. In Clone Wars, we saw some of that. Yeah, they
we?
talked about. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. I remember that. I remember that them talking about there's a whole reason they have that armor.
I knew it was like I just thought it was like really strong against lasers. I didn't think it was a,
It is a laser sword.
It's the adamantium of the world, I guess.
Yeah, but they quit using that fucking stupid
vibranium.
Term. Christ. I hate
lasers.
that guy, dude.
All right, go ahead.
All right, so Womack, we got the setup. So we got the child, and he. Well, I guess we'll go into her. She has like a little mind Jedi communication mind meld thing, and we find out the damn name of the damn baby. No more Baby Yoda. No more child. No more arguments.
I'm still calling Baby Yoda because I still can't remember what the fuck his real name is. So.
Grogu.
Grogu. I say Grogu.
Grogu. His name is fucking Grogu, which is fine. Like at least we have a name now. Like people were beefing, like, oh, the child, the Baby Yoda. You gotta call him the child. Like now he has a name.
I'm Baby Yoda.
Oh, now we can name the fight. We can name Grogu versus Baby Groot. Baby Grogu.
I thought this was a beautiful scene, man. The shot, the music, like you said, Nip said, the music, the Ahsoka theme.
Twilight of the Apprentice, I believe it. That was the name of the episode.
Beautiful beautiful shot. Just like you have a lot of feels of like a lot of Return of the Jedi and Empire, like some of the tones and stuff, some of the like the shots and stuff. So Womack, what'd you think of this? Grogu being introduced to us and their little interaction.
Grogu. I mean, it's always cool, especially when you see Jedi and Jedi, because we didn't know really what happened because all the shit is really taking place after Rebels, and so we really didn't know what the hell went on with Ahsoka Tano after Rebels. I don't think they mentioned it, or maybe they did.
They did. They said she was going after
Thrawn.
Ezra and them, right? And Thrawn.
Yeah, she was trying to find Ezra and Thrawn because at the end of Rebels, spoiler alert for Rebels, Thrawn and Ezra go into the far reaches of space. So
I think we are going to get Ezra. That's what
I think we're going to get a spin-off of some.
Yeah, we have to.
And that's the Jedi that's going to come if she goes to that planet at the end. We'll get to that later.
Okay.
Yeah,
I can get ahead of myself.
There's so much to go break down.
Calm down.
Episodes are fucking amazing. This episode's amazing.
You calm down.
Everybody calm down. I know we're all fucking juice. This is way too
yeah. What happens when you get Ahsoka on there? Ahsoka make everyone crazy. But it's funny how you keep mentioning that this is a lot of rebel undertones and stuff, because I'm getting that a little bit of feel of this season. It almost has a rebel-esque type of feel to it. Because the episode, I think it was the one before this one, where they went and they crashed that lab and they blew up that lab and stuff. Like, didn't really nothing go on in that. Like, it was a little bit of action. Like, it was like cool, but I just thought
what are you talking about?
That was good.
I mean, it was cool.
That was all action. What are you talking about? There was like a 20-minute fucking chase.
All that, but it still has like that rebel feel. It seemed more like a filler episode because
it ties in everything. That's what's so dope about the show, is it ties in all the shit at once. Nothing's ever been able to do that, but this is tying in Rebels, Clone Wars, the movies, even some comics I get. I don't read the comics, but I'm sure.
And I wonder if they had a little bit of
books, the video games, everything. Like fucking.
Now, was this a little bit of Snoke? Was that a little Snokish with this little lab that they had going on with all? Because it looked like.
Did you watch our episode last week?
Yeah,
I watched. I was in and out.
Yeah, we did. Well, it could be either like I think it's Palpatine, the first attempts at Palpatine clone, and then Snoke will come later after Palpatine gets properly cloned.
Yeah, maybe it had to be one of those dudes, but I knew it wasn't Snoke. It was too early for Snoke. But yeah, like I said, it could have been Palpatine trying to be that first wave of doing this new shit. So.
All right, so Nip, we get Ahsoka gets a little Jedi mind meld, and she finds out Grogu was in the Jedi temple when Anakin starts slaughtering.
Yeah, which was kind of weird to me, like that he's just there in the background and nobody ever sees him. Like that's kind of
just like Ahsoka was. Ahsoka was like you saw that last Clone Wars episode. She was like having her own side adventure right when the Revenge of the Sith was happening, and you saw like the other side of that shit. So. They've done that before.
I mean, it's convenient writing, but I get it. You have to do it because, I mean, it has to be that way.
So he was hidden after Order 66. He was trained for a little bit, but I guess he was in isolation for all this time, so that's why he hasn't like matured or grown. So he's been like
Oh,
stuck.
he was scared. He was scared. He had to hide his powers. Remember, that's why they said it wasn't they were full that developed. You know what I mean? Because she said he was a little fierce. I sense fear in you. So
She said, I sense much fear in you. So, Nip, what'd you think of that? The whole setup, man. Baby Yoda. I still think Baby Grogu's fucking.
Baby Yoda. Fuck.
His situation, pretty much. What do you think of the situation?
I mean, like I said, I thought it was kind of just convenient writing, but I mean, it's a good. They did it properly. I mean, given the circumstances, they had to come up with some backstory. That works for me. I mean, it's the best you're gonna get because they have to make an interesting backstory for him. I don't know, the name itself, Grogu, is kind of weird, but I mean, whatever.
Yeah,
they could have came up with something a little bit better.
Yeah,
Yoda.
he'll probably grow on me. Like it'll probably like right now it's just you just have like Yoda, Yaddle, and Grogu. Like it doesn't. Yeah, no.
Should have stuck with the Y's. It could have named him some other shit.
Yodu.
All Yoda species are start with a Y.
Yeah.
Why not? Why not? Why not?
Why not?
Yeah, so he was here, which makes sense though, because Baby Yoda, he's really not a baby though. In Yoda years, I guess he's baby, but he's still 50, so that kind of makes sense as far as you know what I mean. When they did Order 66, and then all the shit, with the rebellion and through the Jedi, which is obviously this is what this is taking place after. So yeah, it makes sense for him to you know what I mean, for that little backstory for Grogu. Fuck Baby Yoda. It makes sense for Baby Yoda.
What I do like about the show is that they keep everything fresh. It's like they're like a boxer. They throw hard punches and then they throw soft punch jabs, and then they just get right into shit. Like they didn't hint around anything. They just got right into Ahsoka's backstory of Grogu, whatever the fuck his name is.
Yeah, we got a whole episode of Ahsoka Tano. So if people don't know who Ahsoka Tano is, maybe you haven't watched Clone Wars and Rebels and stuff. Snips. Yeah, she started off in the Clone Wars movie. Like they picked these like three episodes to start off, and it was horrible. Trash. I remember seeing it in the theater and hating Ahsoka Tano. She was like one of the worst characters.
Was she in that one? She was in that one? No.
Snips.
Yeah, she. Goddamn.
Fly Guy.
I've seen that one.
Sure you want to have
Sky Guy? Remember Sky Guy? We were in the fucking theater, asshole. So yeah, we like
Dooku.
I hated.
I remember Dooku.
Everybody hated the character. Everybody didn't like the character. It took a while for me to like even get into the Clone Wars cartoon because I was like so turned off by that movie. But after like towards the end of the Clone Wars series and then going into Rebels, like Ahsoka Tano is now like one of the badass characters. She left the Jedi Order at the end of Clone Wars. She's no longer a Jedi, so I guess this is more of an ironic title, the Jedi. But she's built herself to be one of the most important Star Wars characters out there. She has ties to Anakin Skywalker. She was Anakin's apprentice.
You see some of that in this episode. She was referring to Anakin's fall.
Yeah, she mentions the fall. That was
very good because it ties in everything again.
Yeah, very like subtle. You know, it's like, oh, Vader was my
Vader
was my master and all this shit. You don't have to say it, just that one little line. I saw this happen before. So she senses anger and much anger in him, which you've seen before with Baby Yoda when he tried to choke out Gina Carano that one episode.
I don't blame him after last week.
I still don't know what the hell she said, but whatever.
Another show.
So she says she can't train him. He's too conflicted, and it's kind of almost the same speech that they gave, Anakin and to Luke about him being too old. He's too much emotion. So what do you think about that setup, Womack?
I mean, it was another foreshadowing. I mean, are we going to get like evil Yoda this time instead of good, wholehearted freaking Yoda?
There's definitely hints to that. There's definitely hints.
Yeah, he's had some anger, He showed some
he's got fear, right?
And he ate baby eggs that just all of a sudden fucking sent a whole uproar through fucking everything, which for some reason the motherfucker's hungry. Like, what are you expecting to do? Like, you're gonna starve. Shit.
Much fear I sense in him.
But yeah, it depends. And then so I'm curious to see who these the keepers of the temple, I think, is where he's supposed to kind of take him now because Ahsoka didn't want to train him to go see what the deal was with him.
He's gonna go to the temple, and then it's like a beacon's gonna call out to the Jedi. Is what I got out of it. So I'm thinking Ezra, personally.
Ezra, yeah, there's another name going around. I guess we can just talk about it now. Mace Windu, supposedly still alive. He's going to be all like
I
scarred
don't
up.
like that idea.
Yeah, and it might lead to Mace Windu, ironically, bringing the Emperor back after he tried to kill him. Yeah, I don't know about that. I think that's more of a reach.
Yeah.
I think being Ezra would make more sense. Yeah, because
We don't need
yeah.
any more guys who survive falls and getting limbs chopped off. We don't need that.
Yeah,
Surviving Sarlacc
Maul.
pits. and shit.
the mall was complicated enough for sure.
No, I don't want to see him. I like Mace and I like the character. I wish they would have done more with him while he was in the series. They did a lot in the Clone War, in the movies. In Clone Wars, they let him get off a little bit, but
Yeah, he was
I don't want to see him
secondary.
back. I don't think it's necessary. You already
He had a
had
good
so
death.
many.
I like his death too. He
You already
a
had
good death.
Sidious
I
come
believe that.
back. You already had Maul come back. I mean, I just don't feel like we need that. It's not really necessary. I mean,
Well,
I'm not
Luke
gonna
is
hate
out
on it.
there. Who's out there right now? We got Luke, Leia,
Ezra.
Ezra. The cat is the cat from Fallen Order. The Jedi from Did he survive? Do we know if he survived? Because that's I believe the game is
Yeah,
canon.
everything's canon.
So
That
yeah,
they put out.
that kid is still
Yeah.
around. They're going to tie it to the video game. So there's a
I
few
think you gotta
Jedi.
go with Ezra. I think you gotta go with Ezra. You
Ezra,
have
yeah.
so many Rebels undertones, so many Rebels references.
But I don't think it's well. You think maybe he's bringing Grogu to Ezra? Is that what you're
Yeah,
thinking?
and Ezra will train him maybe.
I think it's so that's gonna be Ahsoka's show, man. The search for Ezra, man. The search for Ezra and Thrawn, maybe.
But
I don't know.
but
You
all
could be
that
right there.
that's all the backstory then, and then it leads up to this point. I don't know.
Yeah. Well,
I honestly don't know where they're going. I like that they what
I
they've
don't know
done
what
so
they're going
far,
on now.
but I don't know what the hell's gonna happen.
Yeah, because
They're
I
doing a
mean,
good job.
is Baby Yoda now supposed to be like his little sidekick? Like, is he just going to take him with him and maybe he might even start harnessing more of his power that he's probably with Mando now. You know what I mean? Like, he might
He's
actually
just gonna
start using it a little more or start, you know what I mean,
He's
doing
just-
shit to help him out with fucking little battles
jobs.
and like little shit. Yeah.
He can, just start to say, fuck it. Like, he doesn't have a Jedi to train him, so he's just going to train him to be a fucking Mandalorian, like fucking.
Mandalorian. Yeah, that'd be
Just
Yoda
be like
Mandalorian.
badass, like
They
fucking
sick, they
badass
give him a
old.
little some Beskar steel on him.
Yeah, a little
His
Beskar
ears.
steel, fucking.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I mean, yeah. So I mean, there's so many directions this thing could go right now, especially like you said, this whole episode just kind of threw a curveball and the monkey wrench into the whole fucking shit. So it's just like, okay, you can go that way, you can go this way. Oh, look, see, there you go.
So
right
yeah,
there.
so he does a little training. He does he won't Grogu won't listen to Ahsoka, but he listens to Mando, just showing their connection a little more. That ball has been like kind of a thing, a running gag in the whole show about them. About that, he loves that damn ball. So that was a pretty. I like that moment. That was a cool, sweet, tender moment. It just shows that they have such a connection that I think him. Like letting go of Grogu and like handing him off to somebody, I don't think is going to happen. I think he's going to end up just being his little sidekick and just being together. Yeah, I think that's where I think that's where they're going to go with it. I don't see him being handed off. So of course they team up and they're going to go back to the city and. I like that line, like, "Oh, they're never see it coming, man." The Jedi and a Mandalorian fighting alongside together.
They sure didn't.
So it's cool. Yeah, no, I thought they made a good team, man. Like, man, if they can like throw her on the roster of his squad, he's got a pretty deep squad there. Good starting five there.
Are we done with Ahsoka, or is she coming back
We might be done with her for this.
I
I think
think so.
we might be done with her.
for this
This
season?
might
That
be
was a
just
lot.
a spin-off.
It was a lot of Ahsoka, though. It was a lot of Ahsoka.
we got
that
a good chunk
had
of
in this
Ahsoka.
episode. Yeah,
I don't think we're done. I think
Think she might show up again?
we're done for a
If she-
while, but maybe like end of the season,
season?
or next.
maybe
Season.
another season. Yeah, next season. Yeah, for this season. Yeah, I mean for this season, I think we.
No, I think she could come in at the end of a season, like save them out of nowhere, save the day kind of thing. Like when they're in their darkest moment, she comes in, helps out Baby Yoda or Grogu, whatever the hell his name is.
Yeah,
I could see that happeing.
yeah.
I don't know. They left it kind of open.
Yeah, they can go anywhere. They can do spin-off. She can show back up in here. She can they've left it. This is a brilliant like move for Ahsoka. Like you introduce her to like a live action version of her. Now you can do whatever. Now you can do whatever you want with Ahsoka. You make a movie with Ahsoka. You can make a spin-off TV show. I'd rather see a
This
spin-off
show.
TV show.
They need to
Oh
make a
yeah,
show.
definitely.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Disney might. Disney likes.
what did you
Oh,
guys
I'm
think?
pretty sure it's already like they haven't.
It's already.
You don't cast Rosario Dawson as
Yeah.
a like one episode minor, like a one episode one off thing. No, you cast her because you have some like higher aspiration.
And that's what I was gonna ask you. How were you guys impressed with her as Ahsoka? Like
I
overall?
like
I
the
know,
performance.
the voice is a little different. Like getting used to the voice, you have a certain voice of Ahsoka in your head, but she's a little older now. This is what 6 years after the last time we saw her in Rebels. Like the Rebels kind of ended towards the end, so I guess your voice can change.
The voice is different, but
but you can explain that she's older and
she looks a lot like her. She has good she's a good actress.
Change the voice isn't that big a deal to me, dude, because it's like you can't, like, okay, they sound like this in the cartoon and they sound different. Well, you kind of got to expect that because it's not the same shit. So
it's always the case, right? X-Men, they all had different voices in the movie.
Yeah, he was Wolverine was Australian in the 80s one.
He was Australian. Yeah, he was. Yeah, exactly.
Hey, she's just a kid. All right, so we so we get to all right. So they decide to team up. They're going to go back to the base, and first you see they set this up how they're living all the shitty life inside, and this the magistrate, the fake Kristen Wiig, is living inside a nice little fucking luxurious thing. So you could tell right away that she's going to get her comeuppance. So they get back to the base. A great action scene, man. Ahsoka's just flipping around. I thought it was going to be hard to pull her off because she does a lot of flips and like all that shit in the Rebels and Clone Wars. She's very active and very moves around a lot. I thought they pulled it off really nicely in live action because it can look ridiculous. It could look like a bootleg Matrix shit. And
well, the way they cut it made it seem like that. So they didn't show a whole bunch of those shots where it was like they showed her actual flipping on, from the ground onto a roof and doing all that shit. They just kind of had her jump and then you cut and then she landed on the, I mean? There was a lot of jump cutting.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, like it makes it less goofy if you like just show her flipping around, like looking like Yoda in the Attack of the Clones.
That was dope though when she was in the field, in the little tree field, and she was just coming out of nowhere and killing them. That was sick.
Yeah, that was dope.
The shots were beautiful. This episode might be the best shot episode. Like the tone and like the setup and stuff. The lenses they used. Like it was a beautifully shot episode. Definitely Filoni's best.
Did you guys think that? I kind of thought that like this was the magistrate was going to be like a long-term kind of foe. I was kind of surprised that they wrapped it up in this episode.
They didn't kill her at the end, though, right? She didn't die.
Did right? No,
I don't think she died. No, she just got the info from her. So let's set up this battle. I love this little standoff. It's two things happening here. So we have a standoff with Christian Wiig and Ahsoka Tano, and they start a battle with the Beskar steel staff and the lightsaber. Pretty decent fight. It looked like the shots were straight up samurai film. Like it was straight up Kurosawa.
The two shot on the little plank right there was pretty cool too.
Straight up straight up samurai film. And then while that's going on, we have a standoff between Michael Biehn and the Mando outside, and it's a classic. And it goes from a samurai film to a straight up Western stand. He's got his gun drawn, ready to shoot, and they're just kind of listening to the battle. And I love the conversation between him, like, who's gonna win? You think your guys are gonna win? Like a great little interaction. So Nip, what do you think of that whole little setup and the fight, the double fights going on, the standoff, and then the samurai showdown in the inside?
It was dope, and it's like right up there with Star Wars, where they always have two or three different cutscenes to go to for fights. They rotate in and out. It was dope. The scenery was dope, like you said. The Western vibe was dope. The samurai thing was on point. Beautiful scenery, beautiful CGI. Their budget is like they must have a lot because everything they do is like
it's
point.
Disney. Disney got.
This is their flagship show on the Disney Plus. This is their money maker. This is what sold people on. This is what the main reason I got it. Like I probably would have got it anyways because they have so much shit I love on there. But Mandalorian was definitely like this is the thing people have Disney Plus for sure.
Yeah. No, I was impressed. I got no complaints. I thought it was all done beautifully, and I thought she died. I forgot. I thought she died.
I don't think she had a kill shot. But Womack, what do you think of this like final little setup?
Yeah, I mean, shit. It was all cool. Like I said, just the way they established it. Just established that first. But like I said, that two shot was cool right there on the plank. You know what I mean? Cool. And I don't know where Kristen Wiig got her training from because she was getting Ahsoka with the two sabers.
The magistrate.
The magistrate, yeah. So I mean, whoever she got her train from was actually pretty
Thrawn.
decent because she was hanging with Ahsoka. Yeah, but Thrawn don't fight
Christian
like
Wiig.
that.
Yeah, Thrawn does fight like that. If you see
No,
him in
Thrawn is very
Rebels-
methodical. Yeah, he's a little methodical. He knows he trains like he's a.
I'm telling you, there was a scene where he had. I'm pretty sure he had some spears like that in Rebels.
I wouldn't be surprised. Like if she's one of the
And
disciples,
he was
maybe
training.
That was
he was doing that kind of training.
yeah,
I
maybe
think
he was
it
like
the one
fighting
with
like
the
multiple-
with Sedula's people. I think it was that episode, one of those episodes. I'll have to go back and look, but I'm pretty sure we seen like a scene of Thrawn
Actually
with
fighting.
spears. Yeah,
shit?
he was training. I know he's training. I might be wrong on the spears.
So as far as Diana Lee Insanto, the lady who played the magistrate, she's actually the goddaughter of Bruce Lee.
Oh, shit.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. And so
No one can hang with Ahsoka.
So we find out what Ahsoka was, the information she wanted. She wants to know where the fuck Thrawn is. And so another spoiler for the end of Rebels. I think we just said it, but him and Ezra go off into the far reaches. So I take it they're back. So that might lead into Nip's theory about Ezra being the Jedi. Thrawn is out there somewhere. Could be Moff Gideon be the answering the Thrawn, and Thrawn is like setting up the First Order, like kind of like the.
I think that's what they're kind of aiming at. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So So, do you think we're going to see Thrawn show up live action, Womack? We think we're going to.
I do. Honestly, I mean, if you set it up for that, I think we might get a little glimpse of one probably at the end of the season. You know what I mean? To kind of bridge to go into the next one.
Yeah,
Ezra,
maybe
Ezra Bridger.
Moff Gideon dies, and then Moff Gideon dies, and well, now he there's going to be like a battle with the spear and the dark saber.
I want to see the dark saber again because I don't think we got enough of the dark saber.
I think
we finally got our lightsabers on screen too. We had talked about that.
Yeah, we haven't seen lightsabers yet. Yeah, this is the first time seeing lightsabers and in use. So I think we're definitely going to see that spear come into play with the dark saber. I think that's going to be like the battle that him and Moff Gideon are going to go at it with the spear and the dark saber. So
and then you probably have Ezra against, and then you'd probably have Ezra against Thrawn on screen.
Yeah, because they have a fucking outstanding battle. Let's see.
Hey, May, I don't know.
I
think Thrawn's coming. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when.
When, yeah, I think he'll show. I don't think there's gonna be any big fight shit. I just think, just like Ahsoka, like when you see him, it's just like, oh shit. When you see this big blue man group face, they'll be like, oh shit, with the red eyes, like yeah.
So yeah,
dope one too.
Yeah, so Ahsoka tells him about this place where you can place him on. This is like Jedi Temple where he places him on the temple. Tython, yeah.
Some other T.
It's
Tython.
Yeah, Tython. Yeah. This plays a role in the Legends continuity. It's a homeworld of the Jedi Order. It's also the starting planet in Jedi Knight and in the Old Republic games. This also the magistrate's droids, the two droids that were like her little bodyguards, were in Knights of the Old Republic, the video game. So they're bringing like cherry
picking like hell. Yeah, they're cherry picking the hell out of this.
Did you see the loaf cat?
Yeah,
that's a love cat too. Yeah, I saw that little fucker running around. That was a cool Easter egg. Nice little cool little Easter eggs, man. Like Nip said, man, they're just cherry picking all this fucking awesome shit from canon, just like Rebels, prequels, sequels, original trilogy, like everything. Now they're like cherry picking the books and the video games. Oh man, this is amazing. So what do you think? So you're saying Ezra, Nip, that's gonna be the Jedi he runs into?
I say, yeah, that would be my guess. I'd rather see that than the Windu myself, because I've already.
You have to explain a lot for the Windu to be alive.
Yeah.
And it goes.
It just seems like a little much.
And it would dampen Windu shit though too, because I think, like I said, I think he had a good death. Like what I mean.
And then you got to explain why he wasn't there in any of these other, you got to
over-explain his origin, like his resurrection and shit, like
So you got people like complaining about like too many like main characters in the show. I'm all for it. I don't care if they have main characters.
Oh, that's great. No, this feels like this
about
feels
who?
like Rebels.
Complain about everything, dude. What are they complaining about?
I mean, they just say like, oh, they want to see like, some people want to see the Mandalorian just stay clear of any of the main, the main storylines.
But there's no Skywalker in there. They've hinted at Darth.
I mean, there is, yeah.
Unless they bring in like Luke or Windu, that's what I'm saying. Then it does kind of get a little much for me.
Yeah,
Well, they have a
It would
fucking
be
baby
sick. It would
on
be
it.
sick to see Luke, though. I can't lie. That would be dope to see Luke on there.
But look,
And then
but this is,
you could hint at some of the stuff he's doing with training the new Jedi and stuff.
Yeah, and then lead into
But
the
what if
next.
What if Grogu goes with Luke?
Yeah,
I
he
doubt
could
it. I mean,
no, they would already.
maybe in the series finale, he goes off and like drops him off with Luke or something. That'll be like the last shot of the
Kylo
show.
killed Grogu.
Yeah. Or Grogu's still out there. Maybe he's like fucking out there recruiting or some shit. I don't know. Or maybe, or maybe he doesn't become a Jedi. He just becomes a Mandalorian. He just, I kind of want to see that. I don't even want to see him become a Jedi. I just want him to be like a little badass little mini Mandalorian warrior.
With the little fucking things on his ears, that'll be sick. I'm telling
you. And also, people still might be forgetting.
His ears sticking out of the helmet.
Beskar steals fucking ears.
This is still the end of the Empire. This is still like the last remnants of the Empire and transitioning to like almost damn near the First Order. So there is going to be that
definitely
kind of over.
That. It is that.
Yeah. So I don't know why people are complaining about other main characters and running into like some of these characters where you got to expect that if they're actually got that overlay going on. Like there's going to be some carryover.
Well because the Mando started off like in its own like entity. So I think I don't know. You know how it is. You get these fans just hardcore in one direction, and they don't want to see.
Well, we're all guilty of this. We write this like headcanon, like we write the story in our head that we want to see, and then when it doesn't go our way, we bitch about it and like, oh, that's not how I would have fucking done it. But sometimes it works out. You get Force Awakens, sometimes it doesn't. You get The Last Jedi. So
yeah, but these people are extremists, dude. They go way too far.
Star Wars fans are probably the worst in fandom. I think they're definitely up there with like some of the bitchiest fucking.
There's a lot of Marvel people bitching lately too.
Yeah, but not as bad as Star Wars. Star Wars gets like, we've been guilty of that too. Like,
yeah, but you know what it is? It's those legends people that thought like all this stuff, and I still
never followed that.
I never thought
it does seem like a waste of time. Like all these motherfuckers
that was never
all this time and money and like shit that doesn't count.
But
Which I can.
Shit was never canon, but this shit was never canon.
But you had to restart the universe. You had all that shit. You can't count all that shit because if you
didn't want to pay nobody either, let's not like that.
And you wouldn't have Chewbacca in Force Awakens because Chewbacca died on a fucking moon in the continuity and all the shit. It would have made no sense. Like if you like would have took all the canon. I like what they're doing. I like cherry picking the little like hype shit like Thrawn and certain shit from some of the books and like I like. Let's get the good shit out, and you can do whatever you want with it now.
That's fine, but
I never read any of the EU, so it doesn't bother me.
It was a waste of time because it was never canon. I always tell people this. I was like, if it wasn't in the movie at that time, this is before Disney bought all this shit. Like, if it wasn't in the movies, then it wasn't canon. So you can't really say, oh, well, Chewbacca did this. Like, no, he didn't. Like, one thing Lucas approved of, like, he never approved that shit to be canon. Like, the only thing he approved of was you could use this, use stories, use characters, because he's getting paid off of that shit. Yeah, we just say no. Like, yeah, he's getting fucking money off the shit.
The one book I wanted to see get implemented was the Darth Plagueis. I think that would have been dope if they would have went with Snoke being Darth Plagueis. Would have been better.
Yeah, that would probably like make more sense.
That was one of the rumors before Episode 7 came out. Was that he was going to be?
Supposedly that's a really good book too. Like it's supposed to be really good. Like one of the.
Not even like Shadows of the Empire. Like I like Shizo. I like that whole thing. You know what I mean? I like that whole storyline.
What was the dude's name? Fucking Dash Rendar.
Dash Rendar.
Shizar. Shizar. I can see Shizar coming in at some point. Like as being like
cool. But I like that shit. But it wasn't canon. Like
he would fit perfectly in the Mandalorian like universe, like in that kind of like underboss crime guy.
So with Dash Rendar, someone he just kind of run into, you know what I mean, in the fucking thing, because they're both, you know what I mean. Dash was
supposedly he's in canon because the ship shows up in Phantom Menace, right?
It had him in the back. Yeah, that's what they said anyway. So
no, you see it, you can see it, screenshots of it. Yeah. Nice.
How many more? How many spinoffs do we get off of the show?
You're gonna get Ahsoka.
Might get Ahsoka, yeah.
Might get an Ezra.
You might get a Cara Dune, but probably not anymore. We'll see.
Just the one. I guess just the one.
So far, I could see that.
Unless they do a Thrawn.
Boba Fett, we still have the learning. Like, damn, I forgot about Boba Fett. Boba Fett show.
Yeah, he just showed up. Yeah, he showed up.
We still got to resolve that shit. We're like in the next there were 3 episodes left. Supposedly, the rumor Robert Rodriguez is directing the next one. So I assume that's going to be like kind of a filler episode where like it's kind of off track and do like a little side mission, like probably like some kind of adventure,
like Rebels. Yeah,
because this was an info dump on this episode. So I think they're gonna like cool
Mm.
off the next one, get a nice action set piece and a nice action filled episode, just kind of standalone. And then 7 and 8, that's when you're gonna get some more of the beef. You're gonna see some Boba Fett action in those last two. But
What was
yeah,
that show after Rebels? The one they did about First Order? I didn't watch it. It
oh,
looked
the
really-
Resistance.
That was garbage,
Resistance, yeah.
I didn't like the animation style. I didn't like the story. I didn't.
right? There's not going to be any tie-ins to that. I mean, I don't even know.
They
what the
probably will
story
be,
was.
but nothing significant.
That was trash.
That's the one thing Filoni kind of messed up on. He was in charge of that too, right? Wasn't he?
I don't think he was actually. He might have. He might have been a
think
producer, but I don't think he was like hands on with that one.
Because that was weak. I watched like the first 2 episodes, and
I watched I was the same. I was watching the first 3, and I just didn't seem like I need to watch this. Like it was one of those things. Like when you watch Rebels, like I need to watch this. They have some like real shit in here. Like I need to see,
Rebels was sick, even though it was geared towards kids. It had some dope scenes in it. Did you finish it, Womack, by chance? The end?
No, I didn't.
The ending's sick.
I think. Well, hold on, wait. Yeah,
Yeah,
I might
clown.
have. It was the end. The end one was when Ezra pulled Ahsoka out, right? Before in that 5 edit, wasn't that the end episode?
No, there's another one after that.
Oh,
It pulled out of where? out of the little wolf portal.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, exactly. Ooh, yeah, the
Hey, save it for the girl dirties, man. Come on.
But yeah, that episode. Okay, so that.
So,
I probably
Womack,
back
what-
that episode.
Well, so Womack, what do you think is going to be happening next, man? What do you think we're going to see? We're going to see some more Boba Fett. What's your prediction for the next last 3 episodes?
Boba Fett. You think? I don't know. We could possibly see Boba trying to get his armor back because Mando got it, and I mean, there's still that going around.
Yeah, are we going to get a whole episode on Boba Fett? Like, kind of see how he escaped Sarlacc and kind of like.
I mean, if he's there, I think we need an explanation as fans.
Yeah.
I think he'll talk about it. He'll give like a little 10-second, 20-second.
Yeah, well, even if we want to know because he was eating and the dude even burped. So I mean, that just kind of confirmed he was fucking dead, right? But
they could just leave it as
they didn't explain that you get digested over 10,000 years. So
yeah,
like once you're in there, maybe you have like some time before you actually start digesting you because it takes so long. So,
and how did Jawas get the arm? How that happened? So
so he had to escape somehow, and they've explained it like in some comics and like books. Like he got his leg torn off, and he like used his jetpack to like fucking burst out of there, and so they've explained it certain ways. So Nip, what do you think?
Non-canon.
What's your prediction for these last few episodes? What do you think we're going to see?
Well, like I said, I think they're gonna go towards Ezra. I think it kind of makes sense since they're tying in all the Rebel stuff. You see Ezra, you see Thrawn. I think that's the main two, and then we're definitely gonna get some kind of resolution to Boba. Like Womack said, he's gonna have to try to get his armor back. He'll probably start off as a foe, but then they'll probably team up towards the last episode. I think that's my theory. And other than that, I mean, I don't really know. They're doing a great job of keeping everybody kind of in the dark. They hint at things, and then you don't know when they're gonna come with them. They just I didn't think Ahsoka was gonna come in this strong, this fast.
She came in hot. Yeah,
she came in hot.
I had a feeling that like Filoni was gonna definitely use her as much as he could. But this was like full on Ahsoka. Like this is like Mando is almost like a side fucking person in this episode. This is pretty much an Ahsoka episode, man. And
do you think? Go ahead. No, my bad.
No, I'm just saying if this is what the Ahsoka show is gonna feel like and be like, man, dude, this is gonna probably surpass Mandalorian if it's this badass. But
I was
go
just
ahead.
gonna say real quick, do you think we had hinted at? But do you think they'd be bold enough to bring in Luke?
no.
Like I said, if they do bring him in, I think it's gonna be like a short little like, hey, they're gonna use the de-aging or use fucking Sebastian Stan's, but whatever has a stand-in.
Yeah.
I don't think it's like gonna be like, oh, you're gonna have a Luke episode or something. So you might get like a glimpse of him or like a hint of him, but I don't think you'll see like a whole like Luke has a
Because
character.
nobody thought they were gonna bring in a Yoda species out of nowhere, and they just did it. I mean, they seem to not give a fuck. Like they'll go off the hook. They don't really care.
Yeah, well, I mean that's a Yoda species. It's not like Yoda. Like if it was like, oh, this is actually Yoda. Like what the fuck?
But that was
Like,
pretty
that'd be
bold.
a
Like
little-
nobody's seen that shit coming. Nobody.
Yeah, no,
I agree.
they did a great job hiding that shit because everything gets leaked nowadays. It's like a spoiler leak culture. Like toys get produced and people post them. So it was great. It was a nice surprise to see like a something like you weren't expecting.
Yeah,
for
for sure. We could get Ezra. I think we definitely will get Thrawn. I think we will get Boba Fett. Like those are the two I'm almost want to say for certain that we will get.
Anybody else out there that they could tie in? That they would tie in? I don't really think so.
I'm trying to think of like some of the Clone Wars and Rebels stuff. Like who's still
Oh, maybe
alive?
those dudes. Maybe
Yeah.
the clones, Rex and them.
Yeah, we
They
might
still
see
alive?
the Bad Batch. Well, some of the Rex is still alive, I believe.
Well, I said that last time. Remember, I was like, "Well, you're like, well, you might be
We're on
hella
here
old."
last time. What are you talking
No, when we were talking. No, when we were texting about that.
about? Okay,
I was like,
you're
is
explaining people, man. You're not-
Wrong show, Omac. You weren't on. You were supposed to be on last episode, but you disappeared.
Well, this was a perfect one for Womack
It
to show up
happens.
on. This is like fucking. This is
These last three
yeah.
episodes have been damn good.
Yeah, this
man.
is
Where do you,
better-
okay, let's rank them. Let's rank them real quick.
this is number one for me. I think this is number one for me. Like it's so good, dude.
Yeah,
Like,
this is one. The one with the other Mandalorians, that's number 2, and then the last one was number 3.
the Eris and the Siege. Yeah, I would go. Yeah, this one, Eris and the Siege. Yeah, those are that's amazing. Like, yeah, and,
The
like,
last episode, the season finale was pretty sick too of season 1.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't, but as far as like all overall, yeah, it's gonna be hard. I think we should do that at the last episode, kind of rank.
Well,
them.
Yeah, let's do it. I'm
Yeah,
down with
I'd
that.
have to say though, for this show in general is probably like the best shit that fucking Star Wars really fucking
Even
put
better
out.
than the movies.
It's getting there. It's not better than Empire Strikes Back for me, but it's definitely up there with like some of the best Star Wars. Man.
Yeah,
Better
you
than,
can't.
it's not
I
better
mean,
than Return for me.
well, you said, well, you got Empire
Yeah,
Return,
I'll say
and
Return,
then
Revenge.
it's better than the last 3, but that's not.
Well, come on. Then.
Like
Force
I said,
Awakens
that's
was
really
sick though. I love
Force
Force
Awakens.
Awakens.
I like Force Awakens too. Yeah,
I
it's
saw that
just-
shit 9 times in the theater, man. I love Force Awakens, man. It still holds up for me. Every time I watch it, I just have like, dude, it's the last Han Solo. We get the Han Solo adventure one more time, dude.
It's
like,
sad to see how they just fucked it up though.
Yeah,
God
they had-
damn it.
dude,
We
they had-
talk about this every
They
episode.
had
But
it.
God
It
damn
was-
it.
all right, let's not go down that road because this will be a fucking 3-hour podcast. But
Yeah.
I would give this episode a 10 out of 10, man.
Oh yeah, for sure.
10 out of 10.
And like I said,
I
give
would
it
give
10.
it like 9.5, like 9s and
The
8.5.
lightsaber made up that extra half point.
that shit. Yeah, we never seen the white sabers. We seen 2. We never seen Ahsoka. She came out guns blazing.
Yeah.
That alone, and then the tones, like just the dark tones, even at night and even in the morning.
Cinematography,
Dark
amazing.
tones was dark tones.
The
Even that
music
little
was
green-
amazing.
Mhm.
The like Nip said, the little hints of her theme in there. They even
Mhm.
had some like Star Wars theme when they're like Jedi. Like that shot, that's a beautiful shot when they're like interacting, like the little Jedi thing. The samurai showdown thing, that was awesome. I love that shot. Like beautifully shot. Like all around, the action was great in this episode. It moved
11 out of 10. 11 out of 10.
It moved like probably 11. It moved the story forward. Like there's so many like things that you can like. They answered some questions, but like asked like 20 more. This is amazing. This is amazing television.
Real quick to go back to the episode Weathers directed. I don't know if you've seen online, but I've seen a lot of people saying that there was Snoke music in the background when they were showing the clones.
I think I saw.
I just thought of that right now.
Yeah, I did hear a hint of
There
that.
you go.
It was a hint. So it wasn't like a full blown. So maybe they're trying to throw us off. But
But it was the same with Ray. They did Palpatine music in the in episode 7.
Wouldn't Palpatine have to come first before Snoke? So are you
Maybe
saying
not,
that
because if they wanted
Palpatine-
maybe if
is
they wanted to
Palpatine clone?
try to perfect the process before
Okay,
going.
that's a good point. Yeah,
Well,
maybe
they didn't want
like to test
Palpatine-
how they can bring him back.
Well,
Yeah, that makes
Palpatine didn't want to show himself anyway, so probably him being a clone would have been like, I mean, for what? Because he didn't want himself to be out there
that's a good
already. He
point.
still wanted to
Yeah.
be behind the scenes. You know what I
I
mean?
think
So
Snoke was, and that's
Guinea
kind
pig.
of
Snoke was the guinea pig.
the first experiments.
That makes sense. That makes total sense. Yeah, I can see that for sure.
We have to go look back at what is it, Rise of Skywalker in that first scene, that flashback where they had all the things, and maybe compare that scene.
They showed
with
it. They showed the
Snoke.
they showed the vat
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. But if you compare that with the Mandalorian ones, and if there's a little bit of similarities, like almost in the same.
I seen
You
them
know what I
side by
mean? Like-
side. Somebody had them posted, and they don't
Does
look
it look the
exactly the
same?
same. Like
They don't look the
the
same?
Snoke one was kind of like yellowish, and this
Mhm.
one was
Yeah.
kind of like bluish. But I mean, you can't see the figure in this one, so you don't
Yeah.
know.
But like the background shit and just kind of like, just like the setup of the actual laboratory. They didn't.
Well, those one look
similar
more
enough?
like more. They're more advanced because
Yeah.
that's 20 years later, right? 24 years later or something. I'm
yeah,
I'm gonna say it's Snoke.
Yeah.
I'll say it's Snoke. I say that
It
he's
was
the
Snoke.
guinea pig first, and then they went.
yeah,
to
that makes
Palpatine after that.
the more you're
Yeah.
talking about, the more it kind of makes sense. Yeah. So Nip, what would you give this episode?
Like you said, I'll give it a 10.
10, yeah.
Lightsabers, the great shots,
Yeah.
the storyline moving forward very fast, getting a lot of answers. We got Baby Yoda's name. We got
I love.
Ahsoka's.
Sorry to cut you off, but I love
No, it's all good.
his reaction when he said his name for the first time. He like lit up. He was like juice. When oh, you know my name finally. You fucking asshole. Fucking been trying to tell you. But yeah, go ahead.
No, yeah, that's pretty much what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
The great scenes, the story moved forward, got some answers, a lot of answers, and we got some new questions that like Thrawn, what's the Jedi coming in? What is Tython? We're gonna learn about Tython, the planet.
He's supposed to go there too. That's probably where he's going to go next.
Yeah. I think we're gonna have a side mission first, and then the 7 and 8. I think we're gonna have like
they'll probably tie in a Cara Dune and a Grief Carter again somewhere.
Yeah. Speaking of Cara Dune, you think she might make a jump back to the Rebel thing? She was thinking about it when Homeboy put the badge down. Oh, sorry, that was in the before one.
It was in our episode. God damn it! If you watched the last episode,
I didn't watch the episode.
We discussed all this.
Or if you were on the last episode,
even better. All right, well, I'll go back.
It was a badge. We talked about that. We
do a reaction to our reviews. Yeah, a reaction video.
We came to the conclusion that it was a badge. And that he was trying to,
that makes sense.
Get her on the squad, get her as a CHP officer.
Recruiting.
License registration, please.
So yeah, amazing episode, man. 10 out of 10. So yeah, great. Yeah, I can't wait for next week, man. This series is amazing. So all right, so Womack, why don't you tell us about the podcast, man?
But the Go Dirty Bastards. You talk about that. It's just a little podcast I got going with this guy up here named Nippy, and our other one, a little cohort, Big Leo, 415. In case you didn't know.
Doing that voice?
I
don't know. You want people to watch it. He doesn't do that voice.
This is why we don't like you doing the intros. You're doing some weirdo shit.
Shit, our intros are the best. What you mean? Well, you can catch us on this Saturday. As a matter of fact, tomorrow we're gonna do the Tyson Roy Jones fight. I don't even know why, because they changed that rule. Yeah, they changed those.
You can't knock him out. That's whack.
Yeah, it's like they
switched it back. They switched it back, so now you can't.
Did they? Oh, nice.
I don't know what the fuck they're doing with that. Yeah,
because people are like, what the fuck are they gonna do? Just fucking Dancing with the Stars?
Yeah, even Rock'em Sock'em Robots, you knock the fucking head off. Like, I mean, come on. But so we're gonna be doing that this Saturday. Gold Dirty Bastards. Tune in for that, and then our regular show on Tuesdays, which kind of falls in line with yours. But
more importantly, where can they find us, Mr. Womack?
Where do you want them to find us? We have Instagram. Gold_dirty_bastards with a Z, not an S, _podcast. That's on Instagram. Our YouTube is just type in Gold Dirty Bastards, will pop up. Our Twitter is at Gold Bastards with a Z. And what else we got? You got anything else, Nippy?
Doomzilla always comes on. He's on here and there. We get Max Effort on there too. So we got some crossovers going, popping off.
The podcast multiverse.
So the multiverse.
It's a good show when these guys are on. It's pretty damn good. Look at our presidential election episode. That was hella funny.
Oh yeah.
And this Thanksgiving, the 2 specials they've been on, and they were funny as hell. So check them out if you get a chance.
Nip, anywhere else? Anything else you want to plug?
No, that's it for now. Check us out on IG. We're pretty on there a lot. We're posting a lot of content on there. Not just our content. We post funny memes, videos,
good sports
type
memes
shit.
and stuff. Yeah,
some
hilarious.
hip hop, a little bit, sprinkling a little hip hop, and
we do a little everything. We just on sports right now.
We're gonna get on some shows too, but we've been kind of lagging on that because some people don't watch them on time. No names.
Awesome. Definitely check those guys out. Yeah, Gold Dirty Bastards. On the YouTubes and you guys on Anchor still? Is that happening?
Anchor, we're still on Anchor. You could do searches on Anchor as well, and that has links to the audio, Spotify, Apple Podcast, all that stuff.
Yeah, all right. Check them out. Yeah, they're good sports talk. Just shooting the shit with your friends, talking shit about sports. Some Bay Area stuff, but international too. So yeah, definitely check them out. Come check out the Mando reviews. If you want to go back and watch the old ones, check them out.
I think I will.
This guy needs to watch them.
They're getting better every week. We took a dip this week with Womack, but we're back on track. Hopefully. So yeah, check out those reviews. We do our weekly show, the SF Company Hour, every Tuesday at 8 p.m. And we basically just talk comics, toys, movies, whatever. Just a bunch of geek talk, a bunch of geeks talking geek shit. So definitely check that out. Look out for some more reviews and some unboxings coming soon. Like I said, every Friday around noontime, check out the Mando after show. A lot of fun talking Star
Hold
Wars.
on 1 second. Let me give my buddy a little time to shine real quick. Hold up.
Oh man, I hope he doesn't whip out his junk.
Yeah.
There you go. All right. Well, we leave it at that. Fuck Funko Pops. All right. Fuck a Funko Pop. All right, guys. This was fun, man. All right, you guys check us out. Check out the Gold Dirty Bastards. Check out the SF Company of Hour and like and subscribe to the channel if you can. Please like the video. Like. All right, later.
Peace out.